Alrighty, time for another edition of Science Sunday. Of course, joined by Aoife Ryle of the Connecticut Science Center, and we're here at the Connecticut Science Center, of course.
Good morning.
Good morning. And we're talking all about infrared technology today.
Yeah, which is why I have you in this.
That's why we're ready for some laser tag.
Yeah, exactly. So laser tag, as we know, very fun game.
Of course.
Right, but I was thinking about this, right? So if I go to try to shoot myself, it doesn't work. You notice how like my number didn't go down?
Yeah.
All right, now you try to shoot my sensor.
Okay.
All right, do you see that?
I just saw your numbers go down too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So somehow these know the difference between like my one shooting me versus like you're on a different team.
Yeah.
And that made me think also about the infrared sensors in our remotes, which also know which button you're pressing. So
Right.
how does it know that I want the volume to go up and not the channel to change to like channel 3?
It should always just be on channel 3.
That's true,
I mean,
that's true.
that's a given. So you don't even need to worry about that button on the remote.
We'll just cover them up.
Yes.
So what's going on here is there's actually infrared that's being emitted that's on the electromagnetic spectrum.
Okay.
But we can't see it. It's above visible light. So that's actually getting sent out of this remote when you press a button and out of the laser tag guns when you press the trigger. And so there's also sensors. So your TV has a sensor. Our receivers here have a sensor, right? And they're receiving that infrared.
Okay.
But back to like, how do we know what buttons we're pressing?
Yes.
It's all on what pattern that infrared is being sent out in.
All right.
It's a binary code.
All right. So these are then programmed basically to pair with the, I guess, the wavelength?
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
All right.
Yeah, so like it kind of gets sent out in bursts of patterns, and then it would know, well, that's a different team.
Yes.
And so another way we can see this is in proximity sensor. So this is a little robotic EV3. So if you want to hold up the mirror, I'll show you how it works.
like
Yeah, just straight. So this is an IR sensor. It's sending out a beam of IR light, and that just got bounced back to the receiver. So it knows there's an object in the way, I want to avoid it.
We should point out, yeah, this is a mirror.
This is a mirror. So now let's see if we can trick it. So you're going to hold it up, yeah, just like that.
30-degree angle?
Yeah.
All right.
So there's still an obstacle in the way. That IR light is hitting it, but it's now being bounced off. All right, so it's not receiving, it's not reaching that sensor, and our poor robot is really confused.
Very much so, yes.
So if we could see an IR, infrared, you would be able to see that beam coming out of the remote and everything. But yeah.
All right. So that was deflecting it, so obviously messing with its pattern.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. But it's all around you.
Yes, and something not all around today here at the Science Center is that you're closed, so no one's allowed to be around any of the exhibits because it's, how's that for a segue? It's Easter Sunday, of course.
Yes, yeah, but we do actually have infrared sensors around the museum and some of our exhibits, so when you come back, you can come and see if you can find some.
All right, we should just let everyone know, you know, with regard to coming back, April vacation.
Yes, yeah.
You guys are going to be open for that, but more importantly, you've got STEM in a box.
Yes, so we have April vacation boxes as well as June. So those are our boxes you take home. They're full of experiments. You get one-on-ones, or meetings with our educators via Zoom, so obviously they're virtual.
Yep.
So you get to interact with our educators and other students around the state and do some experiments. That's really fun.
So you go to ctsciencecenter.org. You can have, once you purchase one, then you could have it either shipped or you can come here to the Science Center in Hartford and pick it up.
Yes, and they're good for ages 6 to 12, and a box usually serves 1 to 2 participants.
Very good, Aoife. Thank you so much, and of course we'll see you for another edition of Science Sunday next weekend. Ah!